Right now, though, welcome back to the show, Drew Zimmerman, with our big fat idea. Drew, let's get right to it. What's the big fat idea this week?
This week, Mike, I think listeners and everybody in Canada needs to be wary of the fact that Canada could be in for a big drop. I think that Canada is very vulnerable to the price of crude right now, and I think there's, risk that it could rally 1 or 2 cents higher, maybe, but we could be down at 68 cents within the next 6 months.
Let's talk about this for a second more then. The one thing that jumps out at me, Drew, is this rising interest rates in the States are going to play a factor. Why? Because money just wants to go where there's a better rate.
That's exactly it, Mike. That's one of the key factors driving the Canadian dollar. And at the 2-year yield level, you get an extra 0.5% a year for being in the U.S., and that's your risk-free government bonds. So that's 0.5% right now. We think that could continue to grow as you have the Fed looking to raise rates. We had more Fed members this week saying they're going to raise 2, maybe even 3 more times this year. Well, in Canada, we've got our central banker, Stephen Poloz, saying, I think we need to stay lower for longer. He's really emphasizing the negative possibilities that could come from a new shock in the oil price.
Okay, very quickly, Drew, this is the big one. There are different ways to play it. Obviously, a trader, they could contact someone like you. They can play it in the futures market and the options market. What about investors?
Yeah, I think the investor can also step into the futures market. It's a great leverage tool to be able to play the currency market. You can also take a look at international equity markets. You can look at ETFs that are unhedged. So you're taking out some currency exposure as well as international market exposure. And, of course, for everybody, if you've got that trip planned somewhere sunny, and a lot of the time that's south of the border, maybe you're looking at converting the funds for that trip earlier than later.
Good stuff, Drew. I appreciate you taking the time. Drew Zimmerman, PI Financial, short Canadian dollar.